Hello. Okay, okay, okay. All right, how are you guys? We are about to jump in. Do, 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 do. Okay, let me go ahead and put on subscriber only chat. Make sure that we can protect ourselves as best as we possibly can. All right. Before I get sucked into doing more work on my activity books that I'm getting back to, I have a lot to do. I have activity books, I have a website to build out as I embrace this new part of life. And I need to get ready to open up the Grove for membership for August. It's a lot going on. Hey, good morning, Becky. It's a lot going on. All right. I don't think I have enough air. I'm going to have to turn that fan up. I just hate that you can hear it all the time in my recordings. What are we going to get into? Let's see. Okay, so I kind of looked at some things today, but I haven't like really paid like attention. So there's that. I haven't exactly like been paying attention. So I don't really know what did we read on yesterday. It's like when we're in the flow, it's just we're flowing. So I have no idea what we read on Jazzy. When am I doing personal reads? It will be on what did I say? The moon thing, 29th, next Wednesday? Is that next Wednesday? That'll be the full moon. Yeah, next Wednesday. We're going to go on earlier. It'll be about like 10, 11. Don't hold me to which one. Oh, you know what? It'll likely be 11 because I have a conversation with a friend at 10. So that will be likely the time. Hold on. I'm putting on the timestamps to yesterday's video. It just takes so long for it to process. Because I'm trying to see what we read on yesterday. Is this yesterday? 21. No, this isn't yesterday. Hold on. I gotta pull, I have to pull yesterday so I can see what we read on. Because did we read on the Tate brothers? Did we read on them? I don't remember. Yeah, Eastern. I'm in Miami, so it'll be Eastern time. Okay. So it's very likely going to be around 11. Yeah, that's when I do the community reading. Where I do for subscribers the yes no question, and then for the membership, we go a little more in depth with their reading. And then I will do a collective full moon reading as well, depending on how many people show up for their reading. So that's going to take place on July 29th. Also, again, once we hit 1,000 subscribers, you guys, we're going to be doing a giveaway for 2 of our active subscribers. And y'all know I use these decks very heavily now. And I just so happen to have extra copies of these 2 because I ordered 2 for my birthday by accident. So, the first person I pick will get their choice, and the second person I pick will take the other deck if they want. So once we hit 1,000 subscribers, I will be choosing from our active subscribers, and that will be awesome. So subscribe. We're so close. I'm trying to pull the transcripts from yesterday. Let's see. Because the day before we talked about Mary Kay Ultra. We talked about mutiny in the news. Oh, okay. So let's catch up on some of the things that have been popping, right? So the other day, I was like, is there a hearing that's coming up? Well, guess what? Turned out that yesterday we had a hearing between um, Petey Pooh and John, my boy Ossoff. John gave him, listen, this is why I know I can't go in politics. This is why I know I can't go in politics. Because John kept it cool. He lost his temper a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit. You saw it flare for a second when he got a little loud, a little buck with him. But I was like, oh, see, I would go off. I would go slap off. You over here over talking me? Good morning. Yeah, yeah. It shouldn't be a long one today because I have to take the kids to their therapy tomorrow or today. Um, but yeah, like the way he got Buck, like, just talking over him. He's pointing out, like, dude, y'all said this thing was over already. Why are we still here? Why are we still here? Why are you coming before me asking for? And in truth, the number he was asking for was 88. Their normal little white power dog whistle 88. That's actually what they were asking for, was $88 billion. And he's like, didn't this thing end back in March? Didn't you say by April it was completely done? I was like, yes. So I don't know. I can't remember. This is the really bad part about what I do. I can't remember anything because I literally do be in the spirit and just be listening to whatever is coming down. So I don't really pay attention enough to know what happened. Um, I know that happened. The guy in France died. A guy who was under investigation for being in the files. He had a cardiac arrest. And as somebody pointed out, everybody gets cardiac arrest. When you die, your heart literally stops. So cardiac arrest is a nice little way of lying without lying. So he was being investigated. Let's see. I can't remember the other things. I was like, dang it. I was going to tell you guys what else we hit on. Let's see. Dang, we read a lot yesterday. Oh, no, I double pasted. Okay, I double pasted. Hold on. What did we read on yesterday? Is this the shift happens? Is fake death? No. No, that's a different one. Okay. Please do viewer facing timestamps for. Okay, so according to my title, we read on DarlIne, we read on Kash, we read on Loomer, we read on the paid demo ops, and we read on Kamala. You know how to say it, Kamala. But, something else came out. Something else. Fudge. Okay, I don't think we read on the brothers. Did we read on the brothers? Do y'all remember if we read on the brothers? Oh my gosh. Okay. So, why is it double pacing? Okay, I have no idea why it's double pacing. All right, so yesterday it said we read about the World Cup. We read about Tulsi and the Queen of Swords. No, this is not that one. Oh, Jesus. Nope. That was the day before. Hold on. You gotta watch in silence. Did we though? I can't remember. Thank you for putting it in there. We read on Hunter a while ago. And we liked what we saw. Hey, Jenny Pooh. Hey girl. Did I rest today? I got a little bit of a nap. I was so early for the kids' therapy appointment. I was a day ahead of time. Okay. Yesterday it was Cash's trip to Vodka, DarlIne's decision, And her personal, oh, we went wild into that reading. Cashy Poo and the Boiling Frog, Loomer, looking for a sugar daddy, paid demo ops, that Regina George demo op, Kamala, and then we did some Nick stuff. I don't think we got the Tate boys. Yeah, you know what? Actually, there was one I did have Hunter because I want to know about him and this child, and we talked about it a little bit the other day. But and it's a very testy subject because people feel how they feel about different things. Um, so I'm definitely not here to convince you anything else, anything otherwise. But I feel how I feel about it. Because I think he should be financially responsible. But I really don't think you should be demanding people's presence when they don't want to be there because I think they hurt you worse. Plus, as a person who made a baby with a person I definitely never saw in my future, um, I can understand not feeling any kind of tie to that person and not wanting to be tied to that person. I can definitely feel that. But I was 19, no frontal lobe closed. I was trauma, like major trauma a few years ago with having my choice taken. So it felt like I was making a choice. I wasn't making an informed choice, but whatever. So, like with somebody who was in the throes of addiction, it's kind of hard to hold them. You can, but you can't. Oh no, another fatal police shooting in Wisconsin. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. They didn't even have to shoot this person. They just stomped on. Oh my God. I don't like seeing this stuff. Oh my God. This was posted 38 minutes ago with CNN. I don't like seeing this stuff. Oh, who are the 6 house people? I need to see them. Who are the 6 house people? Do y'all know them exactly? Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, we didn't read on the Tates. I don't see it in the notes, and it would have been in the last 2 days. So I don't see it in the notes at all. So I think we were going to, but I don't think we did. But 6 House Dems who voted for what did they vote for? The big bill? What did they vote for? Voted for SAVE? I think they voted for the SAVE Act. Now the House, it's the Senate I'd be worried about. The House, that's what we're gonna say. What is the Senate gonna do? I think the Senate is in a really testy position. Like I think they're. Remember, we kept getting is it the King of Wands or something for the, and the Senate just feels like they're growing a backbone. So I want to look at the Senate real quick with that. But the House who crossed the line, because like why the hell would you say yes? Because that bill included mixing with the IDF, and they only needed 4. Who the hell is Marie Glusenkamp Perez? Mm. Okay, let me write down who they were because we're gonna look at them. What are you curious about with regards to Hunter? Oh, they're all APACers. They're all APACers. So these are names I don't even recognize. Henry Cooler, Cuellar, Don Davis, Jared Golden, Vincent Gonzalez. These are some weird last names to be saying yes to this junk. Adam Gray and Marie Glusenkamp, whatever her name is. Who the hell are y'all? Okay, so they are all backed by APAC. Um, they are all backed by APAC. Henry Queer, whatever his name is, he's Texas, so he's full of shit. Okay. Don Davis is North Carolina, so he's full of shit. Is that Michigan or Maine? Jared Goldman, he's one of those. I can't tell if it's an ME or an MI. I can't tell. Vincente is another full of shit Texan. Adam Gray is California. And then Marie is Washington. So much for blue states. What? Okay. So according to these graphics, now mind you, these graphics are kind of like a little off because I don't know if they include people aligned with the blue star state causes or if it's just APAC. But it says 2.3 million to the Texas Henry Cuellar. Then it says 4 million to the North Carolina Don Davis. Then it says 1 million to Jared Golden. I think it's ME, so Maine. 397,000. So compared to your compadres, you sold out like a little wimp. 397,000 for Vincente of Texas. 60,000. 60,000 your soul for Adam Gray of Cali. And then 431,000 for the girl from Washington, Marie. This is wild. I gotta see what that was about. Oh, actually, Vincente, his numbers look a little bit less. It's like 266,000. This is wild. You sold your soul for such weird money. And are they up? Well, aren't all house people up for... Aren't all house people up? Yeah. Oh, hey, Suze. Hold on. Yes, please try to shorten names. Oh, it did get worse today? I haven't been paying attention. NG is popular on... Who's NG? Who's NG? Hold on, let me go back. Oh, Grace. Okay. Yeah, like they say, Grace is on the case. All right. So what do you want to know about Hunter? If you haven't put that there, you think he's going to do something great? Oh, you got to find our Hunter reading. I did do that then. I already did that one. And I said he was going scorched earth on everybody, and he did. He is. He really is. Let me see what day that was. I think I put Hunter in the thing. I did. I did it on June 8th. So the title is Hunter's Revenge. Yeah, we read on him. He got read by the Clays, I think. So we got a nice little clear reading on him. Ooh, I do want to read on Nancy. Nancy Grace is on the case. Wait, what's that Emmy's name? The Mississippi Emmy? Something about Marie. Marie, I think is her name. Also, I'm just going to put Mississippi Emmy. All right. Oh, geez. Let's see where we're going to go. Let's see how far we can get. I'm going to try to go back to doing the format, the spread, so that we can try to go a little bit quicker. Okay. Well, I have, like I said, I have the timestamps up for yesterday. All right. So today, I'm just going to clump these people together These six, and they're up for re-election. Do they win their primaries? That's a good question. I don't want to get too deep into research. I do wonder if they already what's the word? If they already did their primaries. Okay, so there's that. Nancy Grace. Oh yeah. Oh, that's right. She's a Scorpio. That's great. Okay, so yeah, the hunter biding reading was on June 8th, so it's going to tell you exactly what happened. Yeah, it looks like they tased him first. I don't know. I just saw them dragging somebody out the car and stomping them, and oh, I was like, nope, look away, because I can't. But I'm like, so how'd you get to shooting him? I don't want to see that part, but how did you get to shooting him? We're hopefully not going to be here long. Rep House votes to kick the bill to Senate. You know, it could be too that they want the Senate to handle it like the big boys. Because I felt that on that other bill that they did. Oh, on the files bill. Not the files bill. It was on some other bill. I felt them. It felt like they were kicking it up to Senate so that they didn't have to do it. Like they didn't really have to. They knew the Senate would strike it down. So we'll see. She's popular in TT. Wait, what happened? Oh, you went down the black PolitiChat hole, girl. Listen. Okay. So yeah, we're being monitored. Hey, hey. Wait. Hold on. Did you sign up, Suze? You didn't tell me. Did you go last week? Okay. Anyway, one of Libby's, her audio was jacked, was finally playing now. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Look for the June 8th reading. That's the date. Okay. I'll watch later. I had a nerve to say his death is undetermined. Girl, yes. Yes. But I want to look up that Emmy. Yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of this. There's all sides to the story, so that's really interesting. That's the plan, y'all. This group does names to get to know and build community. Yes. So yes, please make sure you share your first name with us so we can build this community. We like to know each other by first name. It just gels us faster. I noticed. All right, so let's do the bell. This is not the bell. You had to cut short. Oh, okay. Yeah, I saw that she was doing it tonight too. Oh my God, she had such fun. That's why I'm not doing 10 o'clock on next week because I talked to her right after class so she can share with me. I missed my class yesterday because my kid had dentist. Oh, I thought you said you weren't going to do it, but that's cool. We're talking about the mediumship class, so oh my gosh, you read better. Yes, when we know names. All right, you guys. So I'm gonna hit the chime so that we can get our nerves in order. And I'm gonna do a quick prayer, and then we're gonna. And the chills already start. Look at y'all with y'all energy. Thank you. Okay, here we go. All right, so we ask that information comes only from the highest sources, and that we are protected by the love, light, and energy of those highest sources. I call it God, you call it what you will. And I pray that anything that is not for our highest good, or for the highest design of our lives, that we are protected from it. And that only, again, only those things from the highest sources and for our highest good may come through. And when they do come through, They are clear, because good Lord. Please help me. All right. Thank you. Amen. I feel so good. I love that sound. Oh my gosh. Yes. Yeah, all his organs were removed. It's so weird. I don't think I could have been there as his mother. Like, I really don't think I could have sat there. Because you hear about your child being chopped up like a piece of steak. It's like, oh my God. What is that Emmy's name? Let's start there. Let's get her out of the way because God, dog, that feels dark. What is her name? I think it's something like Marie. Or Sheila or Sarah. I forgot. I forgot that quick. M-E in Mississippi. M-I, crooked letter I. Humpback, I. Okay. Nolan. Wells. Who is Nolan Ryan? Oh, the baseball player? What would that have to do with Mississippi? Okay. Her name is... If anybody find it faster, please tell me. Name of the Emmy and Nolan Wells case. Okay, let me write out medical examiner and not Emmy. What is her name? Oh, Staci. Whoa, okay. Who is Dr. Staci? Okay, so her name is Dr. Staci. Last name Turner. So, let's read on her. She was appointed ME in November 2021. She has faced intense scrutiny for frequently ruling the suspicious death of black men as undetermined. Critics, including forensic experts, argue her findings in cases such as Damian Cameron's, which contradicted independent reviews calling it a homicide. She's problematic. Is that why they chose her? Is she a black woman? It looks like she might be a black woman. I don't know. Who is she? I don't see her. I don't see her. Okay, hold on. Let me write it. Because I like to get these people's faces in my view so that I can focus on their energy. Oh, nope, she's not a black woman. Okay. And she's got a lot of cases that she has messed up. Oh my God. She keeps bungling and mishandling them. So these have got to be on purpose. Oh, girl, you finna lose your job. Let's look at this lady. No, they removed all his organs. And yeah. They removed all his organs because I watched the reading of the autopsy by Ben Crump earlier during the NAACP thing. And so he read it exactly, and then I also read it myself. And they took all the organs, which is a normal thing, apparently. But what wasn't normal is that Oh no, she does not get my purples. Nope, sweetheart, you do not. You do not get my purples. She she removed all the organs. She removed the trachea. She removed basically all the internal throat organs. She also removed, and somebody pointed out that it was his throat chakra she removed. Oh my God, what? It was his throat chakra? So she removed that. She removed his brain. She removed his stomach and his lungs. So basically, for a potential death of drowning, she removed everything that could tell you yes or no. And they didn't let the other ME know that he was arriving with an empty cavity. Because as I was reading from other MEs, they said procedure is you do what you do. You take samples, you take tissue samples and whatnot, and then you bag it up, you put it back in, and then you send it to, the next ME. Or you at least share your pictures with them. They didn't do that. She did not do that. And considering this isn't her first bungle, she's only been ME for 5 years. And she has mishandled 4 black boy cases. I don't know anybody else. I'm just looking at what they looked up. She has mishandled 4 black boy cases. Yeah, there's no info whatsoever. And like I said, here's my take on it, my human take. I'm not going in this thing, right? But here's my human take on it is considering how high emotive this case was from day one. If she would have found water in the lungs or water-logged throat, I think she would have went, yep, it is preliminary drowning. That's how I feel it would have been. Hey, girl. That's how I feel it would have been because it would have wrapped it up, right? Like, it's done. We're proven. They didn't kill him. And if they did, you can't prove it because he drowned. I think she would have easily said, preliminary reports are he drowned. There was water on the lungs, right? She didn't say any of that. So she's had this boy body for almost 3 weeks. Almost 3 weeks. And honestly, here's the thing, and I hate to say it this way. Well, I'm going to say it the way that I say it. Like I say, spiritual absolute. So every negative gets to be turned into something that is spiritually beneficial. I think that's what this Nolan case is about. Is that because we're in a reckoning period, right? We're in such a reckoning period. And I think this is her reckoning. This is her reckoning. And unfortunately, somebody had to lose their life. She didn't have anything to do with that. So I'm not saying that she did, but she's going to lose her job. Like, I feel that. I feel certain. She's about to lose her job. Why? Because she can't be trusted. She's bungled up too many cases. And I think they're going to relook at her other cases. Because now all this is doing is, you know how you sweep dirt up under the rug? But when your floor gets flooded, what happens to that dirt? It now becomes mud and it gets everywhere. I'm not getting into all that Mason stuff and whatever. I'm not getting into all of that. My spirituality doesn't go that far. I don't do all that. My granddaddy was a Freemason. My grandmother was an Eastern Star. I don't get into all of that. But one thing I do feel certain is that Nolan's death is Emmett Till Part 2. And it's just, I told you, and we talked about this over and over again, every bit of America's sins are here to be reckoned with. Every part of America's sins are here to be reckoned with. And we're back to Emmett Till. That didn't get handled correctly. So now that's back up. Even to the point of them using a white woman in the story like Emmett Till almost. Like, no, he was talking to this girl, and I'm like, what? Exactly, Carly. Like, seriously, we're here, and I'm like, what? What? So it just really feels like some karmic energy here. Like, I don't want to get into voodoo, whatever, but the fact that the Queen of Swords is here, it's the right one. It's the right mother. And I don't mean for her to have a loss, but I mean because she will have a voice and she's going to make stuff happen. And so this Queen of Wands feels like the mom in this situation, and she's powerful. She's bringing light. She's shining light through her pain. And it's so interesting watching her. Now, mind you, everybody has grief differently, but you're watching her, and she put on a big event too for her son's homegoing and whatever. But you're watching her, and you hear her voice breaking, and you see the tears, and you know, she'll have a moment of smiling, and then she'll just drop back down, and then, you know, and it's like, that's grief. That's grief, to the point where T.O. or Terrell Owens, like when he was talking to Don Lemon about it, he was just so broken up. He was like, they asked me to stand with them, and I did, and he said by the end of that, I was moved. I'm putting up 25,000 so we can get the answers, because he felt so choked up by the answers, by the questions. And here's the thing: there's temperance, and temperance is here. Y'all know when I see temperance, temperance is like the spirit world, God, universe, heaven, saying, we finna put this back together. We're gonna put this back together, okay? So we got the Hanged One, and this is essentially like, ooh, I don't like how that's said, because it's just reminding me of lynchings, right? Because we actually have some lynchings going on too this year. We actually have a few kids who have been lynched. There's a girl who was just lynched in Miami last month. There was a boy lynched earlier this summer. There was another boy lynched last fall. There was another boy lynched, I think, in February. So there's been some lynchings of the young black people. And they're all being ruled as suicide. Black people don't do that. Like, we really rarely ever, rarely ever do that. It's just, mm-mm. So that's been happening. And I'm really hoping it's not initiations. You know what I mean? Because the Klan will rise again is what I'm hearing. You know, that kind of thing. Because again, every bit of America's sins is being repeated so that we could deal with it. This is some heavy energy. Okay. So I really don't want to think of it as the Hanged One like that. But, you know, this card is also about getting a new perspective, seeing things from a different point of view. And here is the community card. So this is rallying the community. This is giving the community the chance to get it right. This is the King of Swords. And the King of Swords is about leadership, legality, rightness, truth. So this is a chance for this to actually happen, for there to be consequences for actions that have taken place. And like I told you, there is a temperance card here that's saying, we're going to fix this. We're balancing this out. It's been tipped a little too heavy on one side. We have things to balance out. You thought of initiation too. Okay. I don't want to read on that tonight. Not yet. No, I don't. But just like spirituality has been activated against the greed and the corruption and the cannibalism of people, you know, financially, so too has the other people. So we also have the sun. So things are being revealed. Things are coming to light. Things are having to be dealt with. And in this case, it's a SON too. Her son being held up for all to see, about what is happening. Now, this said, I haven't gotten into Staci yet. Y'all should see Staci. I'm going to show you Staci real quick. Do, 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 do. That's Staci. It's really interesting. They got some videos out on her already. On the TikTok, it looks like, or on the Instagram. So that's Staci. And then these are the 4 boys she has bungled. 4 young men. A pattern, of course. She's ruled them all undetermined, inconclusive, or nothing to see here. That's Staci. And I also think she's hired for her ineptitude. Like, I really do think she is definitely hired for her ineptitude. And it's really interesting that a news station put out that rough picture on the left. So here's the thing, is that there has been escaping judgment for far too long. And it's really interesting that that comes after the sun to point this out, especially after the temperance. So this right here is, yes, I'm feeling issues, like issues. Because, I mean, on one hand, I think you kind of got to have issues to do this job, because you literally have to carve a human being. I think you have to have issues for this job. Oh, like you got to be Dexter, you know? But it's a weird job, bro. It's one I can't do. I can't be a butcher or and medical examiner. I can't do it. I can't do it. Okay. So there's this judgment. Ooh. Interesting. Okay. I just felt this stab of doubt. Like, oh, I don't know if I'm get out of this one. Especially because she's being highlighted. Where she really wasn't being highlighted with the other ones. Oh, my face is getting hot. Okay. And then we have this 5 of Wands in reverse. It's like trying to get out of it. Not playing the game the right way. Not following the rules. Too many hands being in it. But there's a stop here. There's a block now that's saying you're not going to do it. Is she getting paid? Yes. Absolutely. She's getting paid to do a really bad job putting things together on purpose. She's getting paid to taint stuff so that it can't be used. So there's definitely a manipulation behind the deck here. But here's the thing. This is the right case because this one's not going anywhere. The Hermit is here. It's examining everything. And the problem is, it's going to drag up all of her other cases. As I said, they're putting out these 4 boys. So it is going to drag up all of her cases, especially those that we deal with Black people. And we're going to see what this is right here. This is interesting. Okay. So plans are being disrupted. They thought they were going to just get away with it. Who is they? The judge, them, whatever. They wanted to sweep it under. But here's the thing. Internet is faster than you, baby. The internet is way faster than you, especially when they find interest in something. So those 8 of Wands, man, people are putting their own story together. And if you don't tell part of the story, they're going to keep coloring in the picture until they get what they want to see. And one thing is for sure. We know the devil is here in this particular thing. It don't smell right. And we know that this devil is, of course, man-made. So it's just your fingers. You are manipulating. You are behind the scenes. You're pulling the strings type of thing. And so there's definitely a choice here. And this choice is that y'all made the bad choice. You made the bad choice. What's the bad choice? You not being upfront. It's smokes and mirrors and clouds and stuff. And then you got Mama Dear what you call it, stepmama trying to throw her weight around as a judge with the little X and bars flag in the background, that Mississippi doesn't even use anymore. So this is extremely, extremely interesting because the chariot, see, they went and got the big dogs. And it's going to be a lot of work. This isn't a car, this is a bicycle. So it's going to require some effort, some work, and it's going to work. But here's the thing. We got the Two of Cups here. Again, I usually look at the Two of Cups like a break in the social contract. Social contract is you're supposed to be treating us all the same, right? And it's a shame when people have to go, but it's Mississippi. You should not have that as a state, but it's Mississippi. You know what I mean? So that is a damn shame. But whatever y'all are doing, whatever little funny things that they're doing, it's not going to wash and it's not going to stand because it is being examined. And who do they have as a lawyer? He sucks at talking. His brain works, I think, faster than his mouth does. But they got Ben Crump. And Ben Crump has got this on all the major news sites because now they have Mace on the Grace, not Mace. God, why do they keep naming their kids the same thing? Grace on the case, okay? And so what's going to happen? The things they thought they deaded or that they hid or whatever. Oh, guess what? There are other people who know how this game works. There are other people who have power here. And you're about to see something new that has not been that has not happened before. And this may mean that you're getting in the way with blockades and stuff and trying to prevent punishments from getting consequences, but these secrets are going to get out. The secrets of the machinations that went behind the scenes, the secrets of how this boy's life was ended, and the secrets of these friends who tried to pretend like everything was all good. But there's nothing new that's going to happen here because the world is going to end because this is divine. This is spiritual reckoning. Like this is pay the piper time. And it might be a certain case now. Ooh. Oh, them leaks are coming. Oh my God, the leaks are coming. The proof is in the pudding. Oh. Oh. Straight up, no tell do you really wanna. And then they're gonna try to come and block it. They're gonna try to hide it. They're gonna try to block it. They're gonna try to manipulate the situation. This is one of those families with their dad. I don't know anything about the dads. I know the mom, stepmom, but these are people who are going to try to intimidate others, emotionally intimidate, threaten, but they won't be threatened. This is the Eight of Swords in reverse. They're not going to be threatened. In fact, they're going to refuse the emotional intimidation. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. This is really interesting. Okay. This just goes back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Okay. Yeah, this is what's going to make it take a long time, right? Because we have the Two of Swords. This feels like the people who might be called as witnesses, like not wanting to, or being intimidated or being threatened and not wanting to step forward. But there will be some success. This is just an up and down type of thing. Yeah, this is an up and down type of thing. Joy Reid had an interview earlier too. With who? Girl, when he talks, you have to close your eyes. Oh, man. Okay. Good night, boo. It just feels like up and down, up and down, up and down with the case. There's going to be some successes, some failures. Or not failures, but some like step backs. But I will say, it doesn't feel like the case itself is weak. It feels like the defense is going to be weak. The but the money will get thrown around. You, okay, I don't see a Six of Swords. I was about to say, I feel like they're going to try to get this boy out of town. I know they moved him out of state already. They're not going to be able to get away. Okay. I'm just going to show the rest of the cards. I'm not going to tell the rest of the story necessarily. Because just know that it's going to be up and down, up and down, up and down, right? There's going to be people putting their hands in there like they're already doing and stuff like that. But the Seven of Swords is you will face consequences. Okay? So again, emotional manipulation, probably going to take to the MAGA airwaves or something. The hidden agenda, though, will become apparent when the damning evidence comes out. And it's really interesting. I think some people are going to be called on their lies that they've already told. But justice is right here. Justice is right here. It's just going to be a long wait is how it's going to appear. It's a long wait. There's heartbreak. And the family will finally have rest. Because they will have done everything that they have tried to do. And then they'll be able to celebrate their son with the truth, and the sentence will get handed down, and he can rest in death. I just couldn't imagine being a 19-year-old or 18-year-old to have my entire life to think about the person I took their life. I just couldn't. I just couldn't. Okay. She's been in other states. Oh my gosh. I wonder what her track record is in them other states. Oh my gosh. And they're all southern. Tennessee, Alabama, Mississippi, Kentucky, Texas. All problematic southern states. All right. Let me look at her real quick though. Show me Staci. Can you show me Staci, please? Ooh. She is following orders. Two of Swords. She is following orders. What do you want me to say? What do you want me to write? What do you want me to do? There's definitely a secret here. This is the energy underneath a secret here. The law in negative, following negative law. Negative aspect, the shadow of the law, right behind it. And that would be like the sheriff, for instance. Nothing to see here. And then his little false offer. He drowned. Yeah? Oh, yeah? Okay, then let us see the evidence. And it's like trying to come off as like, we're doing everything that we can. We really are. However, what you're portraying is not what you're doing, because look at what came behind it. The fact that you are adding to this family's heartbreak by trying to, and it's not beyond me that it goes from 2 to 3, but like I won't say committing treason, but I would say that you're breaking the law. You're adding heartbreak to this family's life by not being forthright, not telling them what happened, not letting them find peace. And the thing is, it's going to cost you your job. I just know it. Let's see if it will, but it's going to cost her job. I can tell it. I can feel it. All right, so what's in the past? Oh, that's too much. But again, that's not too much. It's only 3. Okay, so again, magician energy here. 6 of Swords. Huh. This feels like she tried to get out of it, but she couldn't. I guess once they said second Emmy, it was like, oh shit. Because the other families, they didn't have the money to fight. This one, because of how fast it took off on social media, they do. Colin Kaepernick put up the money to get it done. Look at this. She is a sneaky little bitch. Very sneaky. She makes shit up in the computer. She is very sneaky. Look at how she puts this junk together. She just sews together whatever she wants. And she's been getting away with it. She's been able to get away with it in the past. No longer. Because now things are starting to turn. Oh, wait. Okay. So now things are starting to turn. So that's how it was for her in her past. How is she feeling right now? Staci, are you smiling right now? Do you have a smile in your heart this past couple of weeks? Are you feeling really good now? How are you feeling, Staci? What is currently in your energy? What is currently in your energy? Ooh, I knew I was going to see this card. I knew I was going to see this card. Look at this. There's the anxious energy, Nine of Swords. This lady is popping tums or something. Because the thing that hit the table is the Queen of Pentacles. Again, she got to sew this stuff together. She got to pull this and pull that and try to make up a story that is going to be believable. That's not going to work this time. She is anxious. She trying to put that together. Oh my goodness. She ain't feeling it. Okay, so what is in the background? What is what I call the computer programming running in the back? Whoa. Okay. Again, the delusions, wrong choices, trying to sell tickets to a bridge over ice water. You know, it's the fact that the kid is dead, but it's also the fact that things are not going as planned. So, she can't handle it. She can't handle it. She's asking people what to do. She's asking people, and I'm hearing like, keep cool, keep cool. That was a Three of Pentacles in reverse. But now we have the Eight of Pentacles. Okay. They are working so hard to create something different, to put, because remember, her report is due. Like, her preliminary report is past due. And then, like, the fact that the sheriff office or whatever, they didn't talk to the mom within 72 hours like they were supposed to, you know, to give a person like an update, like, hey, we ain't got nothing yet or whatever. It took them until they met with them last Friday for that to happen. So over a week. So they're working so freaking hard right now. So the impact or the lesson to be learned is you got to work this time and you got to cross your T's and dot your I's, but the people are after you. And this is bigger than you know. This is bigger than you think. This is magician energy, so this manifestation. People are getting what they want. This is not your normal case. This is not your normal case. So what is going to be her outcome? This is Eight of Wands, but what else? Oh, isolation and Knight of Cups. I'm not sure here. Because I get sold a bill of goods. So it's like, I think they're telling her that she's going to be okay. Like, they're like, you're good. I think they're telling her she's going to be okay. Oh, the MSMs are talking about it. Once Nancy hit it, listen, this case ain't going nowhere. But this right here, the hermit, this is what I'm saying. I think they're lying to her. They're telling her that they got her back, but she's going to be out there by herself. She's going to be isolated and out there by herself. Anything else as far as her outcome? Ooh, no. Don't do that. But I know, I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming. Boom. You knew it was coming. You knew the tower was coming. So we got a full card. She's in some unprecedented territory. And that shit, This happened faster than she knows. She was feeling good on 4th of July. When I say that chick was feeling good on the 4th. It said, sorry for you. Nope, nope, nope. Everything that you used to do is now in reverse. And this hangman says, you cannot pass go. You cannot collect $100. You are going to have to pay the piper this time. She's not getting out of this. She's not getting out of this. That lady's going to be disbarred or whatever the answers are to that as a medical whatever, if she's medical. I don't know. I think they say you don't even have to study that long. Like she took this job, because I got a sense of poverty with her. So it feels like she took this job to not be in poverty. You see? Yeah. I get a sense of poverty with her. So, yeah. Well, gonna learn something new today. Okay. So let me, it's not really the family. Will justice be served with him? Will we know the truth? Will there be someone who steps up? Will we know the truth? Will people step up? Girl, yes. I told you she was going to get fired. I told you I felt it. Will we know the truth? You know, she seems like the kind of woman to put her head in the oven type of thing. She strikes me as that. Like to sit there and breathe in gas. Will we know the truth? Will someone step up? I saw the leaks, so somebody's going to say something. They want that 100 and something thousand. She seems to be reincarnated from doing those experiments. Listen, those nurses had no problem back then. We're gonna get some new information. Keep the hope. Keep hope. I mean, he's working from the other side too, but keep hope. This is a big old yes here. Is that yes? Information will be coming forward, and we will definitely be learning new information. And it looks like 4 of Swords here. There will be there will be action. This is going to be action. People who are being complacent right now, resting or whatever, you know, like trying to hide, there will be action that takes place here. Again, keep the hope, because this right here, this boy is not letting them rest. They're having nightmares. They're seeing him. He's visiting. He's not letting the one he wants to come forward rest. There it is, a spiritually traveling, spiritual gifting. You know, that's him right there with the stars. Like, yeah, he's not letting them rest. He ain't gone. That boy, you know, he's an athlete. He's a doer. He's not, I would not want to be them. Because I remember dreaming, chills. I remember dreaming about my cousin who died from a motorcycle accident. Somebody hit him. Speaking of him, King of Swords, he was a Gemini. Put to rest though. So 4 of Swords. And I dreamt of him, and I just remember like, but you're dead, you know, because it was a visitation dream. And I'm like, you're dead though. And he just looked at me and he just smiled, and I just like burst out crying in that dream. Because I'm like, oh my God, and oh my God, it was just crazy. And I woke up like pillows soaked. Oh, you did. But I also remember when my uncle died, I was 12, and I remember going to his wake and seeing him in the casket. And, you know, they didn't have a lot of money. And so people don't do you well when you don't have a lot of money. And so I saw the plugs, and I saw the cuts. And I remember thinking how he looked like Frankenstein. And then a few weeks later, when school started, the night before school started, I had a nightmare about him. He came to see me And I'm like, you're dead. You're dead. And, but he looked exactly like I saw with the Frankenstein plugs in the cuts. And I screamed so loud in that dream. And, but that was a visitation, you know? So those kids are not resting. They're not resting. Especially the ones who he wants to speak up, they're not resting. He's visiting. He's visiting. Somebody's gonna speak. Somebody's gonna speak very soon. He's visiting. Will it be one of the young ones? Yep. Look. Trying to get rid of the evidence, right? 8 of Cups. On the water. One of the ones that he hung out with. Wow. Thank you. And 2 of Wands, we got a plan here. And then if you look at the moon on the shirt, it's like, I don't know if you can see it that well, but it's like looking at him throwing the stuff away. So it's like the moon knows, the moon sees, the spirit sees. Oh. Yeah, so there's the 9 of Wands. Somebody's going to say something. And soon, too. Very soon. Very soon. Is this one of the people he's visiting? Is this one of the people he's visiting? That boy is active. He feels so active. Oops, sorry. Is this one of the people he's visiting, dream-wise? Yes. Oh. Wow. Okay. 6 of Swords is normally boat. If y'all remember, the 6 of Swords, it's usually my River of Styx card or the Strait of Hormuz card or whatever. So this is the boat card. This is the travel card. And this is in reverse. So they're not going to be able to shake this off, right? Hold on. There are 2, because there's lovers here. I think I think the girl, the one who said he was getting on a boat, I think she's going to offer more information. But this isn't the girl that he's haunting. But she feels like she's going to offer more information. The Judgment card is here. There are 3 fingers pointing. 3 fingers pointing. And there's a whistleblower. Somebody has the pictures, the video, the proof. Well, there's 1 finger pointing, but there's 3 pointing back. So, you know, that rule. Like you're pointing a finger and 3 pointing back. So there's 3 people specifically. 3 people who know. There are 3 different hands here on the lovers. And it's going to be, this is a Knight of Cups. I'm not sure if this is going to be someone who offered up a lie before, or just like the older guy. Oh, they might go after the older guy, because they should be pages. He was older, so he should be like a knight. Because he would be the drug bringer. Oh my God, I haven't seen the similarities between the two parents. Oh, he was 9? I'm telling you, I think he came back for that. But okay, so under the Page of Swords is the Hierophant in reverse, is the Five of Swords, but it's the Strength card. Okay, this is the friend group. It's like just say what I say. Say what I'm saying. Copy what I'm saying. So this is the friend group. This is one of the ones that were part of that conflict. Copy exactly what I'm saying. But there's somebody who's going to step out on their own. And this is like, and they're not going to follow the rules that are being given to them. They're not going to, I think they're eaten with guilt. That's also what the Judgment card would be about, is being eaten with guilt. But like I said, he's visiting. So he's making that happen. There's 3 people in on it. 2 of them are protecting 1. But like the whole society is protecting all. Somebody's going to slip and somebody's going to tell. I think the drug dealer might get busted or caught just for drugs, so somebody gets busted. I think the older guy was their dealer. Possibly. Allegedly for entertainment purposes only, but the law is coming. I think that's where they're going to start, is go for the weak ones. They're going to go for the people in the pictures. I think they're going to have their own private investigator. Hold on. I don't think they're just going to let the... No, they're not doing that. They're not just... No. Okay. So they got a private investigator. They got a private investigator. Ben got a private investigator. Let me see. Is that correct? Is that correct? Yes, he does. He does. He does. Yep. Look. Right in here. Somebody acting real solo. There's Ben. The law. There. Exactly. And it's going to be victorious. He's going to get what he needs. The messages and stuff. He has his own private investigator. Okay. What's the mom's name? Does anybody know the mom's name? The stepmom? I don't think this is her first time doing this kind of shit. Look at this Wheel of Fortune. I don't think this is her first time doing this. She knew what moves to make. I wonder if she has a brother or something. She knew exactly what to do. This ain't her first time. This ain't her first rodeo. But she finna slip up. Oh, Christine, okay. She's gonna slip up. She's slipping up. Yep. Oh no, it's not Christine. What is it? It's like Sarah or something. Look, there's the Page of Cups. And the Page of Swords. The leaks are gonna come out. She thinks she's the magician, but she was not ready for the people. I don't know who she's doing these contracts with. Like, who's her Knight of Pentacles? This would be our Emmy over here. What is with these 3 queens? Hold up. Queen of Cups. Oh, this... Just the mama. The mama is like, this shit ain't adding up. Look at this. I could read... And then she... No. Yeah. Okay. Christine's not going to finish. Look at this. She got the Two of Swords, like, you know, trying to tell people what to do. But hello, ma'am. That's the Eight of Swords right there. Oh, yeah. You're up against a spiritual rebirth or a reckoning. You're up against a reckoning. So everything that you're trying to do ain't gonna work. These Six of Cups, these Six of Pentacles finna reverse on you. And whatever betrayal that you have put out there is finna come back and be exposed to the light. I don't think she's ready for it. I don't think you're ready. Okay. All right, Beyonce, go away. But she's done that before. Ashley. She's done that before. In normal times, the DOJ, Civil Rights Department, would be down there investigating. But what we sit in right now just shows the foolishness we're in. He has an investigator. Please know he got an investigator. Matter of fact, he was in Mississippi at the NAACP thingy. He got an investigator. Trust me, those black people did not leave there without having that junk set up. You in a room full of NAACP people, all like top of their game. No. And you got basically money at your disposal now because you got a lot of celebrities who are stepping forward. You know, I think they're good. Hey, beautiful. Okay, so Ashley, just show me Ashley. Finally, we're gonna do a spread on Ashley. Ugh, something coming out. Something coming out. Listen, we got the leaker again. Or the mistake that leads to people going, oh, hold on. We have that secret, trying to hide the stuff. Like I said, I don't think this is her first rodeo at this. Thank you. I don't think this is her first rodeo at this. This childhood card, this nostalgia, it feels like she knew exactly how to go into action. You know what I mean? Like, if you've never been in this before, you'd be like, let me think. There was none of that. It was just like, here's what we got to do. You know? She's been here before. Either she was part of one, or her brother was, or something. She knew exactly what to do. It was activated. But like I said, the truth is going to come out. She's up against Ben, and there's the sheriff or whatever it is. But they're not going to be able to get out of this. They're not going to be able to wheedle their way out of this with this Eight of Swords and this Five of Wands. They're not going to be able to. And I don't think their King of Pentacles is going to be able to handle it either, because here comes the Tower. It's like, babe, you can't save your son. You can't. And I know that sucks. But she couldn't save hers either. So that sucks too. But it sucks worse because you can talk to yours. You can go visit yours. Thank you so much. All right. I want to clear the energy on that one. I told you that stuff is heavy, bro. It's so heavy. Yeah, I'm not doing any personals until next Wednesday. Let's see. Ooh, let's go to Tate's. Let's lighten it up a little bit. Man, that's heavy. God, that's heavy. I just felt so heavy. Okay. Let me do this for you too. Thank you. I like that. I always say perfectly imperfect. Hold on. Let's get some sound resonance through y'all, because that was a heavy reading, wasn't it? I love that sound. All right. I hope y'all feel better. Girl, it messed her up. Because, wait, what? You finna do what? Okay, so let's go to the Tate boys. You up for it? Okay. They're back. They're back. Tate boys. Show me the Tate boys, please. One of them looked like, oh shit. I saw the video of the main one talking, and the other brother was like, so I don't know what that was. Ooh, why is the pedal cart? Why is it the pedal cart? Girl, they want to run. They want to run so bad. These are my pedal men card. Look, you can't see their face or nothing. So this is what hit the table for them. There's a third person here. How many Tate brothers are there? There's a third person. Oh my God, why they want to run? Maybe it's the person bankrolling them. Oh yeah, that's what it is. It's whoever's bankrolling them, whoever they're attached to. Oh, that's interesting. I'm singing, there's something in this liquor. Oh yeah. Okay. So there's only two. There's Andrew and Tristan. But there's a third person. I'm guessing he's bankrolling everything. Or just using them. First of all, there's so much damn wand energy on this table. Listen, there's so much wand energy underneath here. Oh my word. I have the Three of Cups that hit the table. Five of Wands. Eight of Wands. Three of Wands. Seven of Wands on the table for them. So whatever's happening, it's gonna not be too slow. I mean, they're all in reverse except for the three. So the Three of Wands, they trying to get the hell up out of Dodge. I think they want to run and disappear. I think they want to run. I really think they want to run because things aren't going their way and aren't going to go their way. The Eight of Wands is not what they want to hear. And while this case is moving slow, because there's a chance, like, if Narco do what he does, then they might not be extradited for like 2 years, right? But, ooh, the Nine of Swords just looked at me. Whoa, yeah, they stressing. They are so stressed. Look at this. Nine of Swords. They got dirt on their hands. Okay. Hold on. All right. So the Eight of Wands, they're not hearing what they want to hear. I don't think anybody's telling them good news. Tell me something good. Tell me, tell me. Hold on. You may think that I am your kind of girl. I don't know words, so don't get mad at me. Hold on. Out of hand. Okay. Tell me something good. Okay. You'll have to find them because I don't see them on. Ooh, add to cart. I want these. I don't see them on Amazon anymore. But these are the out of hand deck. The out of hand deck. These are the cards that I will be raffling off when we hit 1,000 subscribers. So my purples, which we'll likely use today, and then another deck of the out of hand. They're my favorites. These are, well, I like them all now. Tell me something good. Okay, now that's stuck in my head. Alrighty. So, I will definitely tell you, these boys are in for it. Because here's what's interesting, right? One, they're not going to be able to mount a defense that's going to be worth anything. Like, they just really won't. Like I said, they are stressing and stuff. Um, like, whatever defense they're going to put up is going to go over. And it feels like right now, the case against them is coming together really strong. Evidence is piling up. I don't know if this is Izzy trying to get to them, but they no. I don't think they just have a hope in the world. I'll put it that way. Because this defense, they're going to court. They're going to court. I just see the judgment here. I see they're going to be called on their abuses. Um, I don't think the jury is going to be interested in hearing from them like that. Um, I wondered if you were going to show up. King of Wands in reverse. The Prince. This is really interesting. Ugh, chills. Damn it. I had started listening to Libby earlier, and she got something too about the Prince. um, yeah, chickens are coming home to roost. But here's the thing. Are they also? Hold on. Okay, because like I said, I got the Prince, and like I said, Libby did too, and I was like, that resonated when she said it. I was like, oh, that's it. That is definitely going to be it. Something about the Prince. I can't remember what she said, but I see this here. Um, oh, this was the other thing that I was talking about that came to be. I said we kept seeing the Prince showing up in our different readings, and I'm like, oh, he's doing a lot more than we thought he did. And then it turned out he came and visited us, like in the Oval. Like he came over there. What? And then they're talking about us giving them access to our technology. Oh my God. What? But cooler heads are prevailing, right? So there's a King of Cups here. I think, did we say this was the French leader? Or no, this feels like the European nations. Okay. This is what I'm talking about. Because this feels like the European nations, right? Like the UN and all that kind of stuff. They're not going to let these boys go because they've hopped into too many countries with this. So I don't think they're going to be able to get out of this at all because the case is being, I think the case is being like really put together, and the White House ain't going to be able to do shit. I don't think so because it's just going to be too much. Yeah, that's Europe. That's Europe. Europe wants them. And they're not going to be able to do. Oh my God, what is happening? Yeah, because we have the sun here. Whoever the benefactor is going to leave them to rot. I don't think he's going to get them out. I don't think. See, it's crazy because it feels like people were trying to take Jeffrey's spot. You know what I mean? Um, and one brother was way more ambitious than the other one in that regard. I'm getting the dirty secrets here. Um, I am getting queen energy. I was going to ask if one of them was a queen because for some reason, these broken little boys who gay hate women and they hurt them. But so this is like a Trojan thing. And so, yep. And then into the children, they're in all of it. Files, children, money, extraditions. Um, Justice is right here, babies. They finna lock it down. Queen of Swords, Justice, the Emperor. This person is not finna brook no games with them. They're gonna be locked down. They're going to be locked down. Okay. Queen of Pentacles. I forgot who that is. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. That's not Kush. Who is that? They have so many queens coming up. They had all the queens because here's the Queen of Cups. Again, in reverse. I feel like people just don't have any sympathy. Oh, these are their victims. Okay. Those are their victims. They're coming hard with it. Those are their victims. I don't think they even know all of who they got against them. But those are their victims. Yes. Okay. People still coming forward. Okay. Yeah. Locked up. Older bro is a Sag, and the youngest is a Cancer. So they're both. Wait. One's Earth and Water. I forgot how it goes. One's Fire and Water. Andrew does all the talking. Andrew, like that other brother, I feel sorry. I kind of feel sorry for him. I don't, but I kind of, because it's like you're being dragged by your brother. That boy looks so damn scared. When I say scared, he looks scared. The song he sings to. Really? Okay. So, Tate boys, enjoy. And I don't feel a United States prison. I really don't. I feel something overseas. Do the French people want him or the Swiss? Wait. The Nine Hermit and the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles will be Swiss people because the Tower's coming. Somebody wants him. It's interesting. I'm saying him, not even them. I think they're going to use the other brother against the brother. I mean, they're both going to deal with it, but they're going to use the brother against the brother. Because, look, by himself. There's the Hermit by himself. They're going to use the brother against the brother. The Queen of Swords. Yeah. There's the Empress. They're going to use the brother against the brother. Okay. They're going to use the brother against the brother. So what does that mean? What does that mean? Oops. Oh, that explains the Queen of Pentacles in reverse? No, that explains the Queen of Swords in reverse. Because that president, that female president. Oh, no, I don't have to watch them. You know who else gonna get in trouble? Now that you just said that, I popped up another person. The one who be on with Charlemagne. I seen him one time. He got those black boys from the UK in trouble. Andrew. Wait, is that him? No, it's the other Andrew. Wait, is that him? See, I don't know. I don't look at these people. Locked up, can you let me out, Andrew? Okay, it's not Andrew Tate. Who's Andrew Schulz? Schulz? What's the other one name? Is it Schulz? Yes, him. They're going to get him for something. I saw him. I flashed to him, and they're going to get him for something. I don't know what, but I think it'll be something around this. Like something not too far off. But with men? Yes, he is definitely one of those. See? He's coming up. He's coming up. Hidden agendas, the things you got secret, and temperance. Temperance is here. Y'all know temperance is about, okay, time to pay the piper, time to show up, time to balance some things out. You've had a little bit too much fun this way, and you have not fixed it yourself, so guess what? I'm going to have to fix it. He's about to get in trouble for something. I don't know what, but But is he Jewish? Because that's a Jewish last name. And a hidden priestess is a Jewish card. Scottish immigrant, German, Irish. No, he's not Jewish. How'd you get Schulz then? That's a Jewish last name, isn't it? A Scottish immigrant. A native New Yorker of German and Irish. Oh, no. That is German, isn't it? But is it like Jewish German? I think it's Jewish German. Because there was no Israel. So I think it's Jewish German. Anyway, he's talking positive about dumping. Girl, all I know is what goes around comes around. It's his turn. His turn is coming very soon. Very soon. That's so interesting that just popped up like that. But I think he's about to... Yeah, I think this junk is about to circle. I don't see anything in the news yet, but it feels like it's about to circle around. Is he married? Or is he a queen? And I don't mean that in a bad way. I'm just like, when I get queen of cards, it's like, oh, that's you. Like how we keep getting the Queen of Cups for Stephen. And it's so funny because Don Miller's like, Don Miller. Sorry. Don Lemon is like, you're a queen. I know you're a queen. You give me queen vibes. What was I looking up? Oh, I was trying to see if he was married. Yeah, I don't see no marriage. What? Nope. I do. 2021. He married Emma Turner. And then he had a daughter named Shiloh. She was conceived through in vitro. Then they had a son named Lincoln in January. Okay. Well, that's funny. You got a daughter first. February 24. All right. We'll see what happens with that. Okay. Moving on. Okay. So we did. Okay. What? Okay. They want to talk about the 6 people, actually 7, because one told them to do it. They want to talk about the 7 people who voted for that mess. 7 people. When all they needed was 4. And they fighting for the wrong side. Four Swords. I want to look that up again and see if there's different words than what I got for 4 Swords, because I have a Page of Swords here. I got a feeling something's going to happen to y'all. Page of Swords. Something's going to happen. Ooh, you better hope the Senate saves you, baby. You better hope the Senate saves you. Because the people are going to burn you at the stake. Let's see if there's a different meaning for 4 of Swords I can work with. See if anything resonates. Bury the hatchet. Interesting. Quiet time, rest, recuperation, meditation, sleeping on it. Bury the hatchet. Bury the hatchet. Bury the hatchet. Bury the hatchet is forgiveness? Let's bury the hatchet. Let's bury the hatchet. That feels like a forgiveness type of thing. Is that forgiveness? The save, girl. 6 house people, but it feels like 7. It feels like they got a permission to do it. 6 house people voted for that save mess. 6 of them. Locked up. Okay, rest, recuperation, preparation. 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 Okay, I'm going to take preparation. Because that just made me go, Let me see. Preparation. Page of Swords. What are you preparing for? Okay, the moon card is staring at me. So there's something secret here. I got the Page of Cups in reverse and the Three of Cups in reverse. And the Two of Pentacles. Okay, you are not following the party. So there's Two of Pentacles in reverse. You are not following who you're aligned with, who you're supposed to be aligned with. Oh my God. Y'all, I took that medicine again, so we're gonna have to take a break in a second. This is not it. Locked up, you don't let me out. Yes, it's gonna go to Senate next. And I think that's the point. I think they wanted to kick it to Senate, but the fact that they voted for this. And they're all APAC receivers. Every single last one of them received from the APAC. Okay. The beginning of a legal situation. The beginning of a legal situation. That's usually my whistleblower card. Important news. Important news. Okay, what is this? Okay, something's the preparation is making sense to me for this, and then the beginning of a legal situation. What else was this bill about? I think it also gave permission for the mixture of the star country and the star country and us. Duh. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Okay, where is what I looked up? I'm trying not to open new windows because it'll freeze. I think that's what it was. It was House voting for bill save. Okay. Okay, House passes SAVE Act anti-voting. Okay, democracy docket. This is how they worded it. House passes SAVE Act anti-voting. Sorry. Anti-voting measures and budget Oh. Okay, they snuck this shit in here. I remember. Anti-voting measures in budget reconciliation and stock trading bills. So the stock trading thing was supposed to be against being able to trade stock. Okay, so they sorry, it's 216 to 214, 10 billion worth of election-related grants over a 10-year period for coaxing states into adopting anti-voting measures. Okay. The $95 billion package also includes funding for the war and bailouts for farmers. Oh, wait, this ain't going to go because the Senate is going to touch this. Okay, let's see if it's going to go. But these people right here, I'm trying to understand what they thought they were doing. It's still unclear what would be in the final bill now that the budget resolution has been approved. Individual House committees will go about drafting the legislation. The reconciliation process, oh, and you know that sneaky ass Mickey Mouse Mike is going to slip something into it. The reconciliation process allows Senate Republicans to bypass filibuster 60. Oh. So we're trying to bypass the filibuster. So, separately, the House passed a ban on members of Congress trading stocks. It says separately, so that's not that bill. So I'm not worried about that. Though Democrats viewed the bill as a partisan messaging stunt. That also included provision requiring voters. Oh, this is them slipping in the save stuff. Okay, that's what happened. So they slipped in the save stuff into that bill about the anti-Congress trading stocks. Okay, that makes this four of Pentacles make sense to me more. Um, so this is interesting. This is a case of, did you read the bill? Despite Republican control of the Senate, it's unlikely that he will see any version of the SAVE Act. Legislation passed must be budgetary in nature. That's right, the parliamentarian can kick it out. Yep, she said the SAVE provisions did not fit the bill, so she can kick it out again. Thank God for a parliamentarian. I didn't even know one of those things existed until this administration. Oh, Jesus. Girl, stay strong. Um, okay. So let's regroup here. I'm gonna see what happens here. Because this is interesting. I feel like okay, so there's definitely some secrecy involved. I think they just killed their careers, by the way. They did. Their names are not gonna be forgotten. Because nobody knew their names, so now their names are not going to be forgotten. So they just killed their careers. So they're operating in secret, and they're tied in their betrayal here. So they just betray their constituents, those who are in blue states such as California and Washington. They just betrayed their constituents by being in bed with AIPAC. So that is their problem. It's gonna run them down. That is their problem. They're gonna lose votes. That is their problem. They're gonna get kicked out of the White House likely. That is their problem. Not my problem. That's their problem. Um, if they didn't read the bill, that's on them. If they did read the bill, and they chose to go APAC way, hey, 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 they're gonna lose. They're gonna lose if they're going against. Well, I mean, they still might lose against the GOP even. Because it's not guaranteed. It's not guaranteed they will have a job. They're House people, so they're up for re-election this year as well. So, and the interesting thing about that, there is this new beginning here. So there's something new here with this, something very important. That's the part that was getting me stuck, is the preparation for something important. Um, See, I was trying to understand if that's them trying to prepare the way for Blue Star, because you know, dude takes a lot of money. He took 4 million from Henry took 4 million. He took 4 million from APAC, bruh. 4 million. No, like him or not, he gotta go. Okay, so let's see. Is the Senate going to? Are we using these? Oh, okay. Which one are we using? Um, let me see. Let's see. What is motivating those House people before we move on? Because I feel like I need to see what's motivating them. What is motivating those House people? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Don't give me too many. They might have different motivations, but okay. He took 4 million from APAC. All right, so here we go. Scapegoating. They were chosen to be the ones to say yes. So they were definitely chosen. They said they needed a shape to hold their shame. You were conveniently shaped. So they were definitely chosen to put this forward. This thing has the ice reel thing buried in it. Okay? Then look, we have debt. Of course you owe debt. They gave you $4 million. Okay? So the interest compounds in silence. You're not spending money, you're pawning tomorrow's choices. And then we have numb. Okay? So we had numb the other day. So because they sold out, they just be numb. So it says here, you didn't stop feeling, you built a dam. Now the reservoir is full of still dark water and the pressure is cracking the wall. So I think their strings got pulled and they're scapegoated. Because at this point, voting for any of that is a death sentence for your career. And so it will be. Because look, scorekeeping. We are keeping score at this point. All right, so Senate. These? Okay. Senate. We're bringing up clays. Clays are so big. Yeah, girl, $4 million. And then the next one, I forgot who the next name was, but he took 2. And then the one after that took 1. So they all, 3 of them in a million. One of them sold out for 60,000. Baby, when you find out the rest of your compadres got millions and you sold out for thousands. Oy. 2 of them from Texas, by the way. The ones who got the least were the blue stars. I mean, the blue states. California and Washington. We'll Senate. 6 of cups, 6 of wands. It might not pass. Somebody's remembering who their job actually belongs to. So there's a non-victory here. So that's 6 and 6. Okay. That's how many people crossed. So, thou shalt not pass. Okay. So, I don't know. I got chills on that. So it might not pass. It might not pass. Girl, but $4 million? And they pulled his string. They pulled his string. Sure do. Sure do. Have to get rid of that united thing. Because how you going to treat a business like a human being? Okay, Senate. What is this thing called? Are they going to pass the budget reconciliation? Are they going to pass the budget reconciliation? Ooh, hello. Are they going to pass the budget reconciliation? We'll do a spread? No. Okay. Temperance. Hi, Temperance. Temperance is back. She's saying hi. All right, let's see. Are you going to balance what they did with a no? There's that 7 of Pentacles again, y'all. I got to look that up again. And then a 3 of Wands. Now, that's a little troublesome because 3 of Wands is foreign interference sometimes. Yeah, we got to start calling the Senate. But this also feels like they're looking towards a future. Right, exactly, with Cornyn and whatnot. But this feels like they're looking toward, oh, chills. There's something on that Cornyn, girl. Them chills just went all the way up my head. No, this is them looking towards their future. They're looking towards their, like, what's after this. So they're not so sure there won't be a what's after this. So a lot of them are looking more towards this future. What they're thinking of their future. And they're trying to decide which choice is the better choice to make. We got the King of Swords here. That often represents the DOJ. But the prince came over. Did he come over? Let me see. I'm going off of somebody else's information. Saudi White House. Oh, no. He did. Oh, my God. Yeah. Saudi White House. I think he sent somebody. Trump administration set to unveil Saudi nuclear deal. Like, why would you give those people nuclear weapons? 22 hours ago, we signed a deal with Saudi that could allow kingdom. That's him. And you know he didn't meet with him because he don't exist. So, okay, these pictures are from 8 months ago. So how'd you write an article about today, but then you put a picture from 8 months ago? Okay. Yeah. That's what just happened. That's what happened. Okay. So he didn't talk to him, he talked to them. Okay. So they're thinking really hard. They're thinking really hard. Oh, hi, Jade. So the King of Sword being the prince or his envoy or whatever he sent, this choice they have before them. Oh, I would not want to be in the Senate right now, child. Okay. Oh, because here's the thing. Okay. Nope. Oh my God, nope. Oh wow. Okay. Wow. Okay. Sorry. On the side of their choice. Okay, so we got the Four of Wands in reverse. Four of Wands in reverse. Yeah, that's the thing about the kill switch. About technology and kill switch and all that. As if they're not going to have hackers that get around your kill switches. Are you serious? No, but this is a nuclear deal. The other thing is our AI technology. Move faster, please. Move faster. Okay, so this is, like I said, the Four of Wands. This is our WH card, the House of White card. It's in the reverse here. So this is part of their decision. They know the ship is going down. That's why they're looking towards the future. Do I want to be aligned or do I not want to be aligned? Will it cost me their support? Are they going to come against me? Are they going to put the money up against me? Because, like, you know, some of them are running. Again, we're talking about the Senate. But this thing right here, the Eight of Wands tends to be my global conflict card right now. Hey, love. So globally, the global conflict, they're against it. They're actually really against it because they know the people are against it. See, when they go on break on August 10th, they got to go talk to these people. They got to go talk to us. They don't want to hear it, but they got to. And they have people pulling their strings. The high priestess, y'all know who that is. And it's going to be followed by the star because I saw the star in here too. So they're getting pulled from APAC money, those donors. But the people, this Knight of Swords right here, they are terrified of the people because the anger that's happening in the people is not just yelling type of anger anymore. It's getting over that hump. Okay? But here's the start. Like I said, they got that pressure coming from them. They have that pressure coming from, you know, what they got to do at their job, what they got pressure, and they're trying to survive it. Now, here's the thing. I'm seeing here that there is a breakup with the lovers. That's good to me, and I'm getting chills on this. This is really good to me because the breakup with the lovers feels like I'm not going to be in lockstep. This feels like I'm not going to be in lockstep. Now, normally this means feeling overwhelmed or overburdened for me, but in my other deck, it didn't mean that. In fact, in the Doodle Tarot, actually, let me look in this deck and make sure. But in the Doodle Tarot, the Ten of Wands is actually pretty good here. It means, hold on, let me tell you. Because I was receiving, go look at that. So I'm going to go look at this real quick to give you, because this meaning is a little opposite for me in this particular deck here. So I'm being told to read from this one. There it is. So in this one, the overburdened, overwhelmed is in the upright, and in the reverse, it's different. In the reverse, it's managing tasks. It's learning to say no. So that's what I'm getting here, is considering that this came after the breakup, after the Lover's card in reverse, I think they're going to say no. The ones that they are expecting to say yes, I think are going to say no. Because what's left? There's a social contract of the Two of Cups, and then there's the Two of Pentacles here. I need these people's votes. I need to make sure I have a job. If I'm going to have a job, I need to have integrity. This feels like integrity also. Like I need to be right with my soul. So it feels like there's some shifting going on with just a number of people, just the right number of people. And I don't think it's going to pass right now because I'm seeing a Ten of Pentacles in reverse. That's a no. Legacy wise, no. There's a Seven of Wands. That's a no. I think they're going to be able to see through the Hangman here. I mean the bull here, the Trojan horse. I think they're going to be able to see through it, especially because it's blue, and they're going to be able to see the blue star of this. And this feels like a no. And then the Hangman here is like, nah, we're stuck here. We're not going to do this. And I think they understand that this is going to cost them something. It's going to cost them their position at the table, being part of that GOP. And I think they're willing to do it. I think they're getting to a place where they're willing to walk by themselves because they see that as survival. That's really interesting. I need you to tell me if I'm right with that. Because that's that Temperance card. Temperance feels like people are shifting. There are people shifting. Okay, there's the chills on that. So there's people shifting here. Okay, let's do that. Can you clear that up for me? Is there going to be enough people? Will there be enough people on the Senate to shoot this down? Why didn't you see Kavanaugh? Will there be enough people to shoot this down? Right, exactly, Carly. I think they're thinking about that. There'll be no hiding in, see, They are. They're thinking about that. They got to go home, you know? And there's that Queen of Wands. There's that Queen of Wands. She, she recognizes her own light. Like, she's a leader. Um, I don't think they're going to do it. And I don't want to be wrong on that. I really don't. But it feels like there's going to be enough people that are going to be stubborn. This does look like a very stubborn card, right? She got her eyes closed. She's not even like, that feels very stubborn. And then okay, yeah, she's real stubborn. Because look at this. We have the Emperor in reverse and the Temperance in reverse. And she's like, no, 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 no. I'm not doing that. Because there's a page, there's a Page of Wands right after that. So this is a new journey. This is understanding this thing is going to be over for me. There's a Tower. And honestly, I think a few of them are coming to the place of where they're like, it needs to be over for me. I'm done with this. Like it's not worth it. But let's see. Yeah, confidence. Confident and courage. There it is. Courage. That's the word. Courage. Courage. I think there are enough of them who will be courageous enough to know that this is the end of their career. They will not be able to hold on to it. And I think they're ready. I think they're ready to try to do it on a new thing. See, it's hard for me to say that they choose to stand on principle, Sean, because honestly, human me, they ain't got no principle. It's like how we're like, oh, they need to give the seat to Massey. They need to give the seat to Massey. And I'm like, he's still a Republican who voted 95% of the time with him, right? Now, mind you, he is in his scorched earth era, but do you really trust that man? I don't know. Like I said, he is in scorched earth era. So he is trying to knock some shit down. He is on a new path, but I don't know if that means he's a new man. I don't know. So, will there be... Ooh. Okay. I think so. Look at this. Ace of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. I think there's going to be enough who are going to walk away. Yes, yes, yes. And they're going to do so with integrity, with that. Were they going to celebrate themselves? It's been weighing on their head for a long time, but they feel like it's time to pay the piper. This is facing consequences. So this is shooting it down and refusing to be manipulated and emotionally played with. So yeah, I do think there's going to be enough. I don't think it's going to be unanimous because some people do have their foreign stuff, but I think it's going to be enough. I feel stubbornness. I'm really feeling stubbornness. As an energy, I really feel like there's just some stubbornness as an energy. Yeah, there's Six of Pentacles and the Seven of Swords. They're being very strategic, and they're giving back. This feels like if I'm going to go out, I'm going to go out doing what I came to do in the first place, what I haven't been able to do. I could be attributing nice things to people, but I don't think we're going to be that surprised. I think they're willing to take it. Yeah, this shows them growing in their own personal power and realizing this is going to be the death of their career. Because many people in like Louisiana, for instance, voted against Cassidy because he stood up to Trump like 6 years ago. Or he said he should like be impeached or whatever. And so like when I listened to on the Bulwark, they had people calling in for focus groups, and everybody's like, nope to Cassidy, nope to Cassidy, nope to Cassidy, because they're so easily manipulated. But these people feel like they're growing a spine. They're growing a spine. Okay. Whew. All right. So let me just ask one last time. Will the SAVE Act pass then? Will the SAVE Act or whatever this resolution thing is? Yeah, right? There's resistance. Will it pass? Will the Senate pass it? There's the moon. There's them not getting enough votes. And again, them people thinking about their own future. They're not going to get enough votes. I think they're going to be just as short of the vote as the other group was over. It's going to be tight, but not tight enough. Yeah. Woo. There it is. Thank you. That's a yes, and it's over. I'm going on vacation. Done. Yeah. Knight of Pentacles and the Two of Swords. They're not going to do it. They're not going to do it. There's definitely resistance here. Of course, there are some who will just do it because they're told to, but I feel, the ones who are like, I'm not going to be here in 5 months, y'all will. And then the other ones, if you're going to be a regular citizen, you want to make sure you're taken care of. All right, so we did Staci Turner, we did the Senate, we did Nolan, we did Ashley, Cole the Mama, we did the Dems, and then finally, let's do Nancy. Nancy gets the purples? No, she gets the trees. All right, we're going to do the trees with Nancy. And it's so funny because it's like really resurrecting this lady. She talks slower than she did before. Oh my God. So you can tell the age is getting to her. But it's giving her a whole new set of fans because all the older people are like, Nancy Grace is on the case. And so now, like all the TikTokers and stuff, they're learning who Nancy Grace is. And so she's getting a whole new set of people. It's like a versus. So she better do good because those young people will hold you down. Yeah, so the town halls are from late July until late August. Oh yeah, them people. That's why you see I got the 3 of Wands. How many times? Grace, baby, Grace. Oh, all these Nancys. Where's Nancy Drew? How about that? Okay, so we're gonna bring out the trees. Look at me being neat and organized. Because I don't want anything to happen to my cards. Like, I finally got a good deck of cards. Oh my gosh, there we are. She went off on Secret Service Sam? For real? For real? I'm gonna have to look that up. All right, so Nancy, why are you here, girl? Why are you here? Why did you show up? Why did you take this? Ooh. Who asked if she had spidey senses? Cause this the High Priestess, baby. Oh, Becky, you just did. Yep, look at it. High Priestess. She got them. She got the senses. She's on them. And there's a 6 of Pentacles. So this is again like a. On one hand, it feels like adding value. I want to see another 6 of Pentacles meaning. Y'all, this book is awesome. It's in my link in the description. You can find it under my Amazon store link. But I love it. Anyway, so what am I looking up? 6 of Pentacles. Oh, why am I hot? Okay. Is this a perimenopause flash? Oh my God. All right. Exactly. Giving back. Duh. That's what I was saying. So generosity, giving back, getting a handout, charity, unequal relationships, legal situation. 1 is a legal situation, right? So there's that. 2, she's intrigued. right? Hey, Ladybug. So it is definitely a Nancy Drew kind of thing with her right now, because she wants to solve the case. And three, she has this sense of justice about her, um, and she see how these people are being done. But four, I feel like she's called to it, right? I feel like she's called to it. I mean, it's good business move, but I also feel like she's called to it, um, to lend her voice because, and it's unfortunate, but sometimes things do require a white voice to break through the algorithm. Most times, things require a white voice to break through the algorithm because algorithm a lot of times naturally suppresses black faces. They're just trained that way. It's the bias, but it can also be programmed into it. Um, that said, she is extremely intrigued. So the Four of Pentacles here in reverse, she's not worried about threats. She's used to threats. She was in Fulton County. From what I hear, that's the worst jail. I think it's as bad as Rikers, I think. It's a really, really bad jail. It's really bad, I heard. Anyway. So, Four of Pentacles here. It's usually like saving, being stingy, or whatever. I think she wants to crack the case. Like I think she wants to be one of those that helps put it together and to crack it. I got a lot of pentacles here. I mean, I would be remiss to say this will make her money. It will. But there's a value system attached here. It almost feels like she's trying to make up for something. Now, like I'm thinking about this doggone jail, and I'm like, whoa. You know, she sent people there. So it does feel like there is I gotta make up. She gotta make up for something. She's making up for something. Because look, we got the six in this, and the death card was right under it. She is making up for sending someone to prison who shouldn't have been in prison. Because I got the death card. And then I got the Knight of Cups right under that. And then how swiftly it went without this person being able to have his case fully looked at. That's interesting. Because, like I said, here's the Six of Cups in reverse. This is remembering something, being stuck on something you couldn't get over. I think this is what the Six of Pentacles is about. That giving back, the trying to make up for this. Because you have to think about it. If she was in Georgia back in the old days, and by old days I could be talking about a decade ago or whatever, Georgia's Georgia. And like I said, that jail has a lot of people who don't belong there. So there's that part. I'm definitely feeling a give back here. And I think it does have to do with somebody she sent there, somebody whose life she cut short. Yeah. And again, it's like false information that was given possibly by the sheriff, considering that this Knight of Cups represents the sheriff in the Mississippi case. It feels like deja vu, I guess, is what I'm getting. It's like there's some deja vu to it. And so, like I said, and that was done before all the information was in, before everything could be seen. So she's not trying to repeat that mistake. In fact, she's trying to make it up, is what I'm getting. I'm getting she's trying to make that up. Because it's funny. When I started reading on her, I keep hearing that song that I shared with you guys last night, about the guy who was singing the Billie Eilish song. Who, he's a church guy, but the way he sung that song, oh my God, he's he's in East Point. Well, he was. Um, I think he was visiting, but he was in East Point, Georgia. But he is from Alabama, I think. Canton, Mississippi, Alabama, something. One of those things that got a Canton. I think all of them have a Canton. But anyway, I forgot his name. I think it's Andre. America's Got. Y'all gotta look him up. I can't play it much. Is his name Andre? No. America's Got Talent. Billie Eilish song. Why am I telling you? Because this is what I'm hearing. Billie Eilish song. America's Got Talent. I don't even know how to spell this girl's name. Okay, this guy. Okay, I'm gonna try to play it for like 6 seconds. Okay, 6 seconds, because that's all I can really like do or something. Um, but the song that he sang was "What Am I Here For?" What was I made for? Or whatever the Billie Eilish song is called.
You, just you,
That's loud.
building your app.
Shut up. How many times do I gotta say I don't want to see this video? Listen, I'm a person, because I'm so tired of seeing AI ads, I block every ad. So that just tells you how many ads Base 44 has running at one time. I block their ads all the time. I don't want to see it. Okay. So I just want you to hear a little bit of his voice. Okay, hold on. This is way too loud. Okay. Okay, I can't play too much there. I'm going to talk a little bit, and then we're going to do this little growl. Hold on. Yeah. Okay, that's already gone. Hold on. Okay, that's the end, because you know. And then, like, he started crying while he was singing it. I was like, oh my God, it's so emotional. But anyway, you can't look at him. You got to, like, listen to it. Because if you look at him, you might do what I do. Like, why do your teeth look like that? Anyway, but the way he sounds so beautiful. But the words here, what was I made for? There we go. What was I made for? And so he's just repeating that line, like, I don't know how to feel. So when I said, let's read on Nancy, that song immediately started in my head. And now that I'm seeing this story emerge, do I know if it's true? It's for entertainment purposes only. But now that I'm seeing this story emerge, I'm like, oh, okay. Okay. So it says, I don't know how to feel. I want to try. Okay, so it's like I used to float, now I just fall down. I used to know, but I'm not sure now what I was made for. What I was made for. And it just feels like that's something, right? What happened? Courts have admonished Grace for her conduct as a prosecutor in Georgia. Oh, shit. Wow. Wow. Okay. So she did put somebody in there, right? A number of somebodies, but she did put somebody in there. Louis Slayton? Who is he? What line am I missing? Yeah, they have a killing every day in that prison. Who's Louis Slayton? Louis Slayton. But anyway, it feels like this is that. It feels like this is a payment type of thing, you know? that I want to make up for this. Nolan reminds me of, okay, he was a jurist, oh, a former DA. Okay, so she would get in trouble. Okay, okay. Yeah, I think she sent some people there, especially. I think Nolan reminds her of somebody. That's what it feels like with the Six of Cups. It's like, and then like when you watch her talk about it, it's like, why do you feel so heavy about it? Like, have y'all watched her talk about, like, it's one thing to be, dramatic, but there's a weight to the way she's talking about this. Like, it feels very heavy to the way she's talking about it. And so, the story that I'm getting here is it feels like Nolan reminds her of somebody um, that she did not help, that she might have sent there. Right? Okay. I only saw clips of it, but she's too invested. And I'm like, what is this? So I think Nolan reminds her of somebody. I think he reminds her of someone, maybe age-wise, maybe the way he was, or just maybe the light she took from somebody. Um, but this feels like her trying to make that up. And again, like being called to there. Oh, see? Oh, look, right underneath the high priestess is her knowing, because she did it herself. She's knowing that boy won't get justice. The family won't get justice. This is why she's stepping in. She's stepping in to make sure it does happen. This feels like karmic debt. Oh, chills. Okay, got it. Thank you. I thought I was going in the wrong place, but apparently I'm not. So it does. It does feel like karmic debt, and she's trying to pay it off. So, and yes, it'll be beneficial for her show and get her some name recognition and everything, but this feels more personal than that. And her fiance was murdered years ago, and it made her change her direction. Yeah, but she was just so passionate. Yeah, she was just way passionate. I'm like, why do you feel like that? You know? And like everybody's excited, like Nancy's Grace is on the case, and so I go look, and I'm like, she's really invested, and I don't think she's acting. So that'd be funny. I don't think Nolan knows who she is, but who knows? His spirit can know whoever. But yeah, she prosecuted people who didn't belong there, and it's different because as a prosecutor, you're prosecuting defendants, but it also feels like yeah, see, it's on her mind. It's on her mind. Like, did she not prosecute a case correctly because she assumed? Because this Nolan thing is stirring her up. And the thing is, what happened to Nolan, and, oh, I love the fact that Ben Crump used today's platform to elevate the other two stories that nobody was talking about. Such as the boy who was hung in the EDM, and then, no, there was another fishing trip, and then the boy from Daniel from April, who was also killed, or also didn't make it back after going on a fishing trip with white people, who threw his phone away. Like, threw his stuff away. And then all they got was an obstruction of justice. Anyway, so this is definitely about that, knowing this government's not going to work for him, knowing that they're not going to treat him with respect and with the value that every life should have. But it does feel very personal. It feels like something that she's... there was another one right before FIFA? God, this feels like initiation. It feels like initiation, I swear it is. I'll do that tomorrow. I can't do another heavy reading. Let me put initiation. Oh, Lord Jesus. I'm going to pray heavy on that one before we even get to reading. Okay, so I forgot what I was asking. With the Nancy Grace. Is her platform going to help? Oops. Yeah, this is her again, kind of. This King of Cups keeps coming back. That feels like her listening to, again, a King of Cups, like, not sticking up for a black kid or listening to, like, I think maybe the roles were reversed or something. I don't know. Not necessarily reversed, like a whole bunch of black kids and then a white kid. There's just something that feels very familiar about this Mississippi case to her. And this King of Cups is reminding me of the sheriff or whomever who was like, nothing to see here. And it feels like that because the Three of Cups came out with this too, and then the manipulation came out with this also. So this is something that plagued her. It plagued her because there's a Ten of Swords here. There's a government being in the upside down. There's a Four of Cups of refusing to listen or to consider something different. And there's the Two of Wands, like, just staying in the box, listening to the case the way that it's presented to her as opposed to like, that doesn't fit, like not going out of her comfort zone, not wanting to rock the boat, not wanting to, because it's Georgia, That's not the guy who was last year? Is that another one? The Marquise boy? Marquise? I think was his name or something like that. Okay. So, is this going to help? Does all this publicity help with the Nolan case? Oh, why are we back to Nolan? Oh, gosh. I should have did Nancy right away instead of coming right back here. Okay, we're going to have to end on something different. But, let's see. Is it going to help? It is definitely helping. It's success. It's putting it in front of people's faces. I don't know. I mean, this is the only good card. The rest of them are like, because now I have a King of Pentacles in reverse. Again, they're going to throw money at it, but okay, there we go. I do see some exposure of the devil, and again, her Six of Pentacles is still here. Okay, then I got the the Nine of Cups in reverse. This is not getting your wish. This is the greed. Okay, the greed, the isolation, and the manipulation, and the incompleteness of the case. And again, refusing to let that be enough. Okay. Interesting, though. Oh, she's going to keep working it. She's going to support them. She's going to keep working it. She's going to help people see a new perspective with this particular case. Even with all this obstacle against her. Because I see the Ace of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles, and the Hangman. Yes, Lord. Nolan's busy. When I say that boy is busy, he comforts his mama, but he terrorizes everybody else. Like, get your butt up. Talk on my behalf. Okay. To end, let's see if we can look at, let's just look at Hunter again. Just for shits and giggles. Just because I want some different energy, before we close out. Was there anything else written? Oh, actually, let's look at Beshear. Are you going to choose to do your job? I'm going to look again. Fake Death Butler, Josh Holly, Taylor Farms, Doug, Bet. Okay, all of this is done. All right, cool. So, there's nothing else. Oh, these? Okay. I was like looking over here and it's like, turn your head this way. Okay. All the big cards today. Not the blues? Nope. All right. So we're going to see if Beshear is going to do his job. Who was she considered for her job? Who was she considering? Beshear? The Gay Mafia. It's weird though, because they're such hateful people. And it's like, aren't gay guys supposed to love women? Like, fabulous. No, I'm just joking. That's just a joke. But no, gay guys love me. But like the hate is crazy. Oh, I didn't know he was on her list. When we listened to the book, I know she got down to Pete. She wanted Pete Buttigieg. Ooh, I do want to end on the other Pete. I know we read on him, I think. But anyway, okay. So we have a 9 of Cups. Ooh, this is interesting. So he's feeling some inner turmoil for some reason, and I'm not understanding why. You have what it takes to fulfill your needs and wishes. Okay, so is he going to do it? This looks like a yes. This is a maybe. He's debating, but he might do this. However, this is water, so this is moving slow. Boy, you ain't got much longer. You got like 10 days. You got about 10 days or less. Better yet, you got to be moving by next week. Let me see what that boy looked like so I can get him in my face. What's his name? Is it Andy Beshear or is it just Beshear? I don't know this boy. Oh, Andy. Another Andy? Oh, Gomer. You look like a Gomer. All right, Gomer. What are you doing, Gomer? Oh, he just announced new funding for Medicaid. Okay, boy. Look at you. Uh-oh. Spaghetti-o. Your dad was a governor of Kentucky. That's interesting. He said agencies told him McConnell passed. He received that 4 days ago. Well, he said that 4 days ago. He is considering running for 28. You are not a 28 candidate, baby, if you can't make no moves. That's the thing. If he's considering 28, he better make a move in 26. Okay. Andy. Gomer Pyle. Are you going to do right by the people of Kentucky? I mean, it's a yes card. What are you waiting for, though? This is interesting. He's procrastinating, but it's a yes card. However, he's procrastinating. That's the 8 of Pentacles. That's the hard work card. But he's procrastinating. He's waiting. Like, for proof or something. For that the queen is gone. Ding dong. Baby, what are you waiting on? Listen, okay. Like, look, you ain't even got to let me talk to him. Let me see him. Let me just look through the door. Let me look through the window. Hi, Mitch. That's all I got to do. Like, all right, y'all, he's alive. But he's not. This is the thing. He's not. This man ain't going nowhere. He is gone. The man is gone. The man is gone. So Andy is sitting on this. He has a yes as his plan. He has a yes as his plan. He has a yes. That's all I can tell you. He has yes. Yes, 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 yes. The only no is this one, and that's because he's going to have help. That's in the reverse. So the yes is his plan. He has a 6 of Pentacles yes. That's changing it up. He has the 8 of Pentacles, which is a yes, but he's procrastinating. He has a Seven of Pentacles, waiting on some god doggone proof or something that the dude is gone, and he gone because we already see it. Yes, he gone. Yes, he got the Queen of Pentacles card. Yeah. So that's a yes. And then the Five of Pentacles. So you see all this pentacle? Oh my God. Like, how much proof do you need, baby? He got a Two of Pentacle. Like, I think this is like almost all the pentacles. Okay? Because this is a Six of Pentacles, an Eight of Pentacles, a Seven of Pentacles, a Queen of Pentacles, a Five of Pentacles, a Two of Pentacles. The proof is here. He's gone. He's gone. They all say they're running for president, but they hope for the VP or a cabinet. Listen, if he don't make a move, he better hope for something. You know, like it ain't gonna be president. I'll tell you that. Turtle is my color now. Girl, I think he's the color of Kunta Kinte. Um, he is dark and lovely. Okay. But this is Six of Wands saying there is going to be some success, some victory here because the information is going to get out. There's going to be somebody new and the people are going to celebrate. So this is all yes. This is all yes. Okay. The Page of Swords is a maybe card, but even still, it's the maybe is like, did I choose the right person? He has people lined up. He does have somebody lined up. So all he's waiting on is a yes. But the thing is, what are you waiting for? like, like, ain't nothing in here fast except the victory and the new person or the snitch card. Ain't nothing in his fast. What was fast is Mitch is gone. Mitch is gone. That part's done. We already know that part. Everything else is slow as hell, bruh. Like all this pentacle. He moving like the earth moves. Okay, so it's there. It's in his energy to do it. I'm hoping the slow part has already happened. So let's see this. We are on July 23rd. Is he going to choose someone and replace him before the end of the month? Oh, is he? Because apparently, if the guy is just mentally incapacitated, apparently he can't replace him. That's weird. So is he going to replace him by the end of the month? Will he replace him by the end of the month? Because Lord knows we need that Senate vote. I don't know. These are two conflicting things. Because the justice says yes, but the tower says delaying the inevitable. Okay. Will he do it before the deadline of August 3rd? Maybe that might work. Okay, what are the dates? Let me see what days things land on. Okay, August 3rd is a Monday. All right, so is he going to do it by August 3rd? Is he going to do it by August 3rd? That jump says no. That's the Emperor. Interesting. Wait, what happens if he doesn't do it? What happens? I'm lost. Is it like they just go to a special election? Like what happens? Because I mean, I don't mind one less Senate. Oh, but they might do the proxy vote. Oh man, that's not good. So they just passed that proxy thing. Because the strength card is a reverse. It's a yes card, but it's in reverse. We got the mausoleum card again. So the dude is dead. But it's like the emperor. says no? Is the emperor the law? Or is that going to be intervening from the higher levels? You think it just stays vacant? I can do vacant. I can do vacant as long as he doesn't get proxy. There's an end though. Nope, there's an end to it because I think it's going to get revealed. There's an end to it, so there won't be a proxy, at least. I don't see proxy. I'm not seeing proxy. So, wait, is he? But if he don't take action, he can't be president. They will not let him be president. Exactly. They'll see it as a betrayal that he did not take an action. If he doesn't take action about the, look at how I'm shuffling. This guy keeps still coming out here. If he doesn't take action, he's not going to be president because they will remember the fact that he didn't take action. His term was up in January. Is it January 27th? I mean, but Kentucky has to have representation. It's like literally the law. Okay, so they're trying to put him on the ballot. Okay. Then let's see. Will. Damn. There's two no's. Let's see. Will he, what is the legal recourse he has? Will Andy stop playing like a toy? Will he come to life? Will Andy come to life? Why is somebody in his ear? Okay, we're going to do a spread. Is somebody in his ear? Why hasn't Andy made a move? Because this is too simple. Lindsay was dead on Saturday. We had his sister by Monday. This is, too simple. Too simple. Okay. It came out again. He is procrastinating. And look, y'all saw that shuffling I just did. This man is gone. He's gone. So what is this hermit about? Oh, this is spirit world. Duh. Lindsay is gone. Period. And he's procrastinating. This dude gone. How you gonna say that the agencies gave you information and you not moving on it? Okay. What's the challenge? Why is he slowing his ass down? Okay. Knight of Swords. He's being threatened by whom? That's threat. That's threats. Are they threatening to withhold funds from you? Or... oh, yeah. There's a big threat against him, y'all. That's the DOJ. And that's a hangman. Like, you cannot move. Indecision. What are they threatening to do? Threatening you with what? With exposure? Yeah. Yeah, I remember that they passed a law stripping the governor of a lot of power. Like after the 24 win, I remember that. They did that to him and I think to North Carolina. I was like, how can they do that? How y'all just let them do that? But anyway, okay. He's definitely being threatened. Does he have children? It feels like exposure. It feels like threat. Oh, see, look. More stuckness. Six of Swords. More stuckness. What does the King of Wands in the past mean? Ooh. We got foreign interference here. King of Wands in the past. And then we got the Six of Swords. They're threatening to expose. Oh, King of Wands. That tends to be the media. There was something buried. something buried. It touched the media. It feels like it touched it because it was in the past. But something buried. What's his energy now? Hold on. We'll figure that out in a second. What's his energy now? This Mitch bitch keeps coming up. Look at this. He keeps coming up. But the boy weak. They took his teeth. They took his teeth. So why are you doing all this talking? You want the people to do it? Yes, he is worried that they are going to expose something about him. So all he doing is talking. They took your balls, man. They took your cojones. They put them in the blender. All you can do is talk. They fought you. They took you. He got a bunch of swords, so it's a lot of stuff on his head. It's a lot of plate stuff on his head, his plate, his whatever. Damn it. My sister just went to the bathroom. I gotta go somewhere. Oh, she takes long showers. Oh my God. I'm not gonna be able to go to sleep. Girl, of course they do. Yeah. That's what's running. Whatever. Is this a mistress? Did they ever say something about Andy and a mistress? Was there ever a threat about Andy and a mistress? Because I know, because that's the second time she returned. Yeah, we going to bed. I'm sorry. I'm going to bed right after this. I'm just trying to, dang it, I got to use the bathroom. Man. Andy, mistress? Okay, ain't no search on that, but he met his wife at a Mexican restaurant. He was a social worker. I don't know, y'all. I think they got him with. Okay, hold on. Resurfaced photo of Dem Gov posing with anti-Christian LGBTQ. That ain't good enough. About that photo that. Okay, hold on. This is 2023. I told you something old that. What y'all saying? With anti-Christian LGBTQ group. Okay, he took a picture with people. That's what politicians do. He posed for a photo with the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence.
The Los Angeles Dodgers sparked intense.
I mean, that name fits this card, but what does that mean? This is just another example of how out of touch he is with our values. He's the governor of Kentucky, not California. The fact that he would host an anti-Christian hate group that makes fun of people of faith is disqualifying for public office. How? And this November, he's going to have plenty of free time to hang out with those people, but it won't be in the state capitol. Okay, Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence, who identify as a group of queer and trans nuns, are known for mocking Christian beliefs. He didn't hold the event. He took a picture. That's crazy. Oh, God, that's so stupid. Wow. If that's all you got, I don't know. Maybe that's all they got. He seems sassy. I don't know. I haven't heard him talk. I haven't heard him talk at all. So I can't tell you. I can't tell you. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I can't. I haven't heard him talk. The opposition research peeps are working overtime on everybody. That is true. All right, so I'm gonna ask about that in a little bit, but what is the lesson to be learned or the impact here? I think it's gonna hurt him. Yeah, it's causing him a nightmare. He is breaking the heart of the Kentuckians, which is interesting because they keep electing other people who gave him no power or stripped him of power. So he's breaking their heart, their achy breaky hearts. And look at the anxiety here. He is anxious. He wants justice. But it looks like he's afraid to move for it. So I think it's more than obviously the picture. I think they were probably going to follow the line to something else, maybe. I mean, I'm not getting a queen. I got the empress, but I didn't get a queen. But there's definitely some anxiety here. Whatever they're threatening with him with is the problem. Okay, so what's the outcome of this? What's the outcome? Is Andy going to make a move or not? What is the outcome? What is the outcome? Oh, that's me, I think. Yeah, that's a lot. The moon, ace of blah, blah, blah. I think that's me. Hold on. There's the moon, the three of wands, and the ace of cups. What's the outcome? Don't tell my heart, my achy breaky heart. Oh my God. What is the outcome here? That is way too much. Please give me one or two. What is the outcome that we're looking at? I don't think he's going to do it. Because that's the Two of Cups. That's breaking a social contract. That's, what's AB? What, does he care? I don't know. He feels like he's bound. Like he's bound by the law or something. I don't think he's going to do it. I don't think he's going to make a move. And it's interesting because he did have that energy before when we first read on him. But I think they got to him. Because look at this eight of wands. This is slow. This is not moving quickly or decisively. And then there's the queen. So it's all this sword. Look at this sword energy. We have the queen of swords, the king of swords, the ace of swords, the three of swords, the knight of swords, the two of swords. We saw the nine of swords. I don't think he's moving. I think they got to him. I'll check back in at the top of next week. But I think they got to him. I don't think, I think he might be saying something like, oh, it's just another couple months or something. But he's not seeing the impact it's making on him. What's that Empress energy, though? What was that Empress energy running in the background, though? What was that Empress energy? Okay. Don't tell my heart, my achy breaky heart. I don't know, y'all. I think there's something that I don't think that picture is the worst of it. This is the lovers and the justice card. I don't think that picture is the worst of it. I don't think that picture is the worst of it. And these are two air cards. So these are two swords again. So this is more stuff on his brain. More stuff that's circling around his head. And then I got the emotions here tied into it. So I got the Five of Cups moving on. This is the Minor Arcana Death card. He's not going to call it. He's not going to call it. Seven of Cups. This is, feeling like you have no choice. Indecision, but like you can't make a move. And then the Eight of Cups. Again, instead of walking away from Mitchie Poo, he's stuck. He's stuck. He can't move forward. Because there is, and it's so funny because he knows the truth. He knows the truth. Look at this. Because he got the agency who told him the truth. They got the whistleblowers. Then he knows about the death of Michi Poo. Then he knows the truth about that. And at any moment, he could pull the card. He can pull the card at any moment. And he will not. He will not. He stays locked on it because they have engaged him in a fight. They have influenced him emotionally, and so his movement here feels like it's going to be incomplete. Here's the thing, though. There is another opportunity lurking in the background. So this honestly can change by next week. So, hold on for a second. I know I just read that you said this gives you, makes you give up hope. Hold on a little bit, because this seems to be a little different. There's a page guy, and that's a vote card. And this is a, what you call this? Chariot. So, there's a chance, because here's the Four of Wands, and then there's the Law card. The people might demand it, and he might have to do it. He might have to do it. Otherwise, they're going to see it as a breach of social contract. So this is lurking in the background. I'm going to circle back to this at the top of next week. Since this is the last week, something can move. But this is still a possibility here. Somebody is trying to put things in movement. I think the people are trying to put things in movement. I don't know if there's a way they can circumvent the governor, but I think they might petition the courts. I think they're going to petition the courts. Let me see that. Is that what they're going to do? Are they going to petition the court? There's a maybe here. There's a maybe. That's a possibility. And then there's a yes. The people might do the step up and petition the court to intervene. And then he'll have to do something. That's, again, a yes card. Okay. We'll read into that energy next week. All right. So, you guys, there seems to be an opening, a sliver. Something can happen. But they did get to him. They got to him. They got to him. Because he lost his fire. They got to him. It's like, it feels like he wants, it's like how last year they just kept saying, the people have to do this. The people have to do this. Like, look, the people got to see you fighting. Or the people ain't going to do shit. Yeah. Exactly. Tell the truth. If you like trannies, I do not give a shit. If you're a decent person, hey, if you give Medicaid and all that stuff to people and help take care of people, okay. I do not give a shit what you doing. I don't. Don't touch kids. Don't hurt nobody. We good. I don't care. Because that's between you and your Lord. That has got nothing to do with me. Because we all got our own crosses to bear. Like we just do. All right. So, whew, it feels like a better ending, though. I didn't want to end on Nolan. I would rather end up on Beshear being scared. Okay, so, thank y'all for hanging out. I forgot what I was supposed to clip from yesterday's. I forgot. I should have wrote that down. But anyway, y'all. Exactly. That is how he can circumvent it. But it's like, why are you waiting on us to do it? The people. But I think the people can do it. I think they can petition the courts. Nah, never that. I will never be that. Because, child, I was in a chorus one time. I hated having to show up every week. I just have a thing about my time being demanded. I just can't. Anyway, love ya. Enjoy work.